Jason Collings.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Long Beach, California.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
cool. A local Southern California
That's
guy.
right.
And did you start doing comedy out there in Long Beach?
No, I started doing comedy in Hollywood.
Oh, did you really?
Yep, got my start right out here in Hollywood.
What was your first place you did it?
Ha Ha Cafe.
Nice, nice. And what made you, give the impetus to become a stand-up or to
Well,
try
I've always wanted to do it, and I've got kids, and I didn't. My father was a musician, and he was gone a lot when I was little. But the reason I got into it is because my dad got sick, and he wanted to see me do stand-up before he went. And he told me one day, he says, "I'm not going to be here much longer. You need to get this going." So I went to the Ha Ha Cafe. I told a few lies and got myself on a show, and ended up becoming a regular performer every week at that club. I toured with Carlos Mencia for a little while. I do some touring with him. We were in places that we were in the middle of nowhere, and I thought, where are the people? And then that night, full house. It was awesome. It was different. I went from the biggest crowd I've ever performed in front of, was like 200 people, to thousands of people at night.
Wow.
I had to change my whole game up a little bit, but it made me better. I came home. The day after I got home from the last show I did on his tour, there was almost 3,000 people in the audience.
Wow.
And I got home, and the very next day I went to the Ha Ha and performed in front of 15 people.
It was a big change of pace.
Awesome. It was awesome. I loved every minute of it. I talk about things I know. I talk about being a dad. I talk about my kids. And then I just talk about situations that I've been in that I think are funny. You know what I mean? I talk about it. I honestly believe that's the secret. If I go on stage and talk about and try to think about what I think you're gonna think is funny, I'm gonna bomb. If I just go up there and talk about what I think is funny, and I think it's gonna work.
Who are your favorite comedians that you have?
Carlin, big Carlin fan. I've always been a big fan of Jim Carrey. Guys that are out right now, I like Dane Cook a lot. I like Brian Regan a lot. I like Daniel. I like a lot of these guys that are out right now. Joe Coy is one of my favorites.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So did you have anyone that was ever mentored you at all while you were doing?
Yeah. When I first started, actually Joe Coy, he took me out. He took me around to his shows for almost a year. I just followed him around for almost a year before I even got on stage.
Wow!
I just watched him perform. He's amazing. I mean, like, that's kind of a big shadow to be in. You know what I mean? Because the guy the guy walks on stage and people stand up. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So it was actually really, it was like going to school. It was really cool.
Good.
And now I've gotten the opportunity to travel with him and do shows with him and open for him and stuff. So
that's awesome. Performing with your mentor. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.